Welcome everyone to the 35th annual You Make a Difference Awards ceremony. The You Make a Difference Awards were started by a former CAC chairperson and parent of a special education student in the mid-'80s. She wanted to recognize those that go above and beyond in the service of our students and special education programs in our district. The first ceremony was held in her home. The awards have since evolved to honor teachers, students, bus drivers, related service providers, school staff members, parents, and community members. We would like to thank the West Contra Costa Unified School District Board of Education and our interim SELPA director, Sonia Neely Johnson, for their support. Each year, the Community Advisory Committee asks for nominations from the community to identify members that excel in these areas. And then we select our honorees from those nominations. Usually Tom Bakar is here to MC, but he is unable to join us this evening. But we appreciate his continued support and hope he can join us next year. Our first honorees will be receiving the Jake Rockman Award. The Jake Rockman Award was created in honor of a 9-year-old boy who passed away in 2003. Jake was a student who had diverse disabilities and touched the lives of many. His parents were very involved in his education, volunteering in many capacities in the district as well as in the community. Each year, the CAC presents this award to students who have gone out of their way to positively impact the lives of their peers in the special education program. To receive this award, students must have had a positive impact on a student in the special education program by giving support, being a positive role model, or helping to promote inclusion within the general education community. Tonight, we have Principal Heather Best from Fairmont Elementary School to introduce our honorees for the Jake Rockman Award and share excerpts from their nominations. Principal Best?
Thank you so much. I am honored to introduce our 3 Jake Rockman Award winners tonight. Our first winner is Alexa Edwards. Alexa is a student at Madera Elementary and was nominated by the parent of one of her classmates. Alexa always goes above and beyond to help her classmate in class every day with putting his bag inside, helping him to line up for class, teaching him how to wait. She's a wonderful support in daily school projects, social cues, and self-help. Alexa shows genuine caring and friendship and is a role model to other students. Congratulations, Alexa. Our second award winner, is Alexa Alexandra Lexi President. Lexi has been a loyal, steadfast friend to kiddos with special needs, including 6th grade Fairmont students, Maggie and Rylan Ballard. They first met in kindergarten. From that moment on, Lexi welcomed them to school each morning with a great big smile and hug, always being a supportive classmate and true friend. Throughout the last 6 years, she has helped them to find so much success, both socially and academically. She constantly extends her time and attention to others, but always comes back to Maggie and Rylan, ready to support them in every way. Lexi only sees abilities. She does not see limitations, and the twins understand this and thrive because of it. Her teacher writes, Lexi is a sincere, kind person who goes out of her way to be helpful to others. In particular, Lexi shows a patience with students who are different from her that really sets her apart from other students her age. She is an honest, sweet, and gentle soul. Lexi is wonderful and undoubtedly deserves recognition for her efforts and for her generosity of spirit. Congratulations, Lexi. Our final Jake Rockman Award winner tonight is Zayden Anderson. Zayden has been a very true friend to Rylan since early elementary school. Year after year, Zayden has supported Rylan in class. He has also gone above and beyond to attend speech and OT with Rylan to help him stay motivated and engaged in his work. They have grown up side by side in an accepting community where differences are lauded. Zayden readily volunteers himself to help Rylan, always looking to keep Rylan involved in the fun and learning. Zayden has been a rare constant in Rylan's academic life and deserves to be recognized for it. Peers like Zayden are extremely precious. Congratulations, Zayden.
Thank you so much, Principal Best. The next group of honorees will be receiving the You Make a Difference Award. They're being recognized for going above and beyond in their service to students with exceptional needs in the West Contra Costa Unified School District. We will have multiple people introducing our honorees and sharing excerpts from their nominations. Janine Bishop will be starting us off with our first honoree. Janine?
Thank you, Margot. Our first honoree tonight is Jill Brickner. She is the lead registered nurse for West Contra Costa Unified School District. Jill has been with West Contra Costa for more than 10 years. As an exemplary nurse in her department, she has emerged as a phenomenal leader during an unimaginably challenging time. Jill is responsible for the regular duties of ensuring special education students are cared for according to any nursing plans indicated in their IEPs, as well as preparing medical service plans for students with 504 plans in general education. She also has to ensure the cases of students she does have are safely monitored and cared for by either a licensed vocational nurse or an aide. While the nurses already had full caseloads of students at each school site, the pandemic created many more challenges. The nursing agency West County contracts with did not have enough nurses to cover the students, with many leaving the agency to find other positions since there were no in-person classes. While trying to evaluate how to provide coverage with the LVNs and aides, she was notified by 2 of our RNs that they were suddenly resigning. Jill worked to ensure caseloads were covered, while at the same time she assisted with the COVID response team being assembled to assure there was tracing of staff, students, and families. Inevitably, COVID immunizations became another job within her job when students returned to in-person instruction. With planning, preparation, and managing the Department of Public Health's constant changes of policy and procedures relating to COVID, planning for COVID immunizations was added to the list of Jill's tasks. With all the responsibilities and extra duties Jill has taken on, she works extremely long hours and regularly takes her case workload home in order to prepare for deadlines for her own students' cases and meetings. Although strained and overworked herself, Jill is the ultimate problem solver, able to confidently juggle caseloads, medical emergencies on sites, COVID response, training, and staffing. A nurse is responsible for the same oath they've taken to become an RN, whether in a hospital, clinic, or school setting. Jill lives and works with that oath in mind each day. That is, to be responsible for her actions as a nurse and to practice the ability of doing everything she can for the health and safety of students in West Contra Costa. To say Jill has made a difference is perhaps an understatement. Her work is saving lives. Jill Brickner, thank you so much for making a difference.
I want to say thank you for this honor, but also thank you to all of the students and all of the families that allow the nurses in our district to help and to be part of the school day of each of these students that we support. We can't do it without the support of the families and of course, our district to meet this safety need and this health need for these students, especially our medically fragile, but actually all students in the district are supported by our nurses. And so we depend on the families and on our administration to help us do a great job and keep these kids safe and healthy and allow them to learn like that's why they're at school. We want to make sure that they're as effective in learning every day that they're at school. And I'm thanking you, but I know all of my nurses are also thanking you. And we have other people in our department, part of it as being health services, that also thank you. We have health aides, we have LVNs, and we have screening nurses that all participate in this health effort to provide for our students. So thank you all, and thank you for this award.
Thank you, Jill. Margot, back to you.
Thank you. Our next honoree is Excuse me, please. Our next honoree is Adam McCormick, and I will be reading from your nomination. Adam McCormick has been an outstanding special education teacher in our counseling enriched classroom at Harding Elementary for more than 13 years. In addition to being an exceptional teacher and case manager, he goes over and beyond to be a resource to his students and their parents many years after the students move on from his program. Students who have graduated often come back to see him and share fond memories of how much he has helped them. He continues to be seen as an advocate by their families and helps them to navigate difficult developmental stages. Adam works with students who have struggled with significant trauma, loss, emotional challenges, behavior difficulties, multiple school placements, and other social emotional needs. Adam begins and ends everything with relationships with the whole family and any support providers. He truly develops a team for the student where all have input and systematic communication. Adam has designed his classroom as a safe space for all students, as well as the teachers and adults that interact with them. Adam's approach to inclusive practices and his support throughout the entire school provide reverse mainstreaming opportunities for his special education students. His principal describes him as a warm demander. He is clear, direct, and adjusts communication to student needs, but always with a "I know you can do it" tone or approach. He elevates youth self-esteem by maintaining high expectations and empowers both staff and students, making them feel valued. Adam models patience, assuming the best, asset recognition and building, humane treatment in all instances, problem solving, and forgiveness for all. So adults and students alike take on the same attributes when learning with someone with different needs. He teaches respect by demonstration in every student interaction on a day-to-day basis. Adam is well respected by his colleagues and acts as a coach for general education teachers who trust and appreciate him so much that he can give them tips and feedback in real time with kids in classrooms, and teachers will implement them immediately. He is the lead teacher for technology and race and equity site work. He is also a member of the school site council, always advocating for special education and students and families of color. In the summer, he works with Inclusion Films, providing behavioral and teaching support to staff and students during 2-week camps where they make short films. As one school staff member put it, Adam shows up and offers the best version of himself every day.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the recognition. I guess if I can just kind of sum up what we do is like, we teach people's strengths. We encourage the role of the underdog, and we always support every learner in the best ability that they're available to us and for themselves. So I just want to say thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the staff at Harding, everybody that I work with on a daily basis, because without them, I could not do what we do, and none of us could. So thank you so much. Have a good evening, everybody. Have great weekends. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Adam. Back to you, Janine.
Okay. Thank you, Margot. Our next honoree tonight is Eva Palmer, a special education teacher at El Cerrito High. Eva Palmer is an exceptional special education teacher who genuinely gets to know her students. She customizes each student's growth plan to fit their individual needs, enhances their strengths, and works with them to review their plans, teaching them to reflect and self-assess their own growth, making them an active part of their own development. She encourages her students to be independent and helps each one meet their goals their own way at their own pace. She teaches them about growth mindset, has them reflect on where they are and how to strengthen it in themselves. She has them practice their social skills through class discussions and interactive games. And not only does she help each student with their own set of goals, she teaches them to encourage each other and to help each other meet goals, creating a community of learners and supporters. Her classroom is set up to help students feel comfortable in a calming environment and provides multiple sensory locations, activities, and tools to help students manage themselves, their emotions, their mental state, etc., with her support. In the general education classroom, In the general education classrooms, she has shared practical brain-based learning strategies that improve the performance of her students. She is always willing to collaborate and assist in the classroom and make continuous observations to make sure the accommodations are being applied effectively. She validates and aligns the curriculum choices to meet state standards, as well as individual teaching styles and personalities. Eva values teacher feedback to improve class objectives. Her emphasis on rigorous instruction with high expectations for the general education teacher and the student. Eva's sense of advocacy helps teachers identify the differences in the learning styles of their students. She is about empowering her students by giving them the individual tools they need to succeed academically, socially, and emotionally, all while being their cheerleader. Eva Palmer deserves to be recognized for her contributions to ECHS. Sorry, Eva. Sorry.
Thank you very much to the Community Advisory Committee for choosing me for this award. I'm very thankful to have been chosen, and I was honored, deeply honored to have been nominated by my colleagues. I have been a relatively short time with the amazing learning community that is El Cerrito High School. And so it's just wonderful to be noted for what I do every day with my students. I want to dedicate the award to my students who I guess continue to inspire me to do this work. And thank you again for the award.
Thank you, Eva. Great to have you on the El Cerrito High team. Margo, back to you, dear.
Hello again. The next honoree that we would like to honor is Sarah Parks with Terra Hills Preschool. I'm a little biased, but welcome, Sarah. And I'd like to read your nomination. A great teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and touches the heart. Sarah Parks is this great teacher. Her nominator writes, the first time I met her and hired her, I knew there was something magical in this young lady, and she has never proved me wrong. Sarah takes in each student wholeheartedly, nurtures them through each challenge, and celebrates each victory. Sarah goes out of her way to understand each student's specific needs, authors goals that are precise to the child's academic, social, and emotional needs, and then documents and charts the data that supports the growth of each student. Sarah uses multisensory teaching strategies that empower her students through song, movement, and visual support. Her classroom is filled with daily rituals that the students look forward to. Students are always welcomed with a smile, and for those who want it, a hug, a high five, or a fist bump. Circle time is vibrant with goal-focused activities. Children learn how to interact appropriately with each other, and students are allowed to grow at their own pace. Sarah also makes sure her parents have all the resources they need as they journey down the road of special education. For many years, it was only her preschool families who would join in the parent support group. Sarah warmly holds each student's hand and guides them through the academic days, magically opens the minds of her students to learn what they need to know, and touches their hearts with her real devotion to each of them. Congratulations, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Margo. I really appreciate it. You know, it truly does take a village, and I'm just so grateful to be at the village of Terra Hills, not only with the school staff I have, but also with my own staff, Carmen, Justin, and Sonia. You three make it easy. Miss Jenna and Miss Jessica, who's actually nominated as well tonight. We all really work together for the kids. I always say the best part of my job is that I get to teach kids that school is fun and it's somewhere they want to be. We always say preschool, we're here for the party. You know, we're here to have fun. We're here to learn. We're here to develop our skills. Thank you so much for this nomination.
Thank you, Sarah. Janine?
Thanks, Margo. Our next honoree is Josiah Hooper. Simply put, Mr. Hooper is a pillar of the Chavez Elementary School community. He goes above and beyond his role as a BACR medical counselor every single day. He's a critical facet of our school's support system and directly impacts the well-being of students and their families. He radiates positive energy and channels it to build relationships with students, families, teachers, and other school staff. During the school day, Mr. Hooper does incredible work supporting our students with processing some of life's most challenging experiences and events, with a masterful and patient focus on the child's self-efficacy, both at home and at school. On the weekends, Mr. Hooper can be found attending soccer events with families of his students to further build rapport and show support. We're so thankful to Mr. Hooper for his caring and calm approach to his complex and difficult work, and for his genuine dedication to our school community. We know that he makes a drastic difference for us at Chavez every day. Mr. Hooper.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the district for recognizing all these wonderful people. It's an honor to be up here alongside students and teachers and nurses and everyone, all the difference makers. I wake up every day feeling lucky and privileged to go to Chavez, a place where there's a culture of a nurturing, positive culture where we're part of a team helping students be their best selves. And it just takes everybody. So I wanted to thank Allison and Matt and Miss Castro, Miss Alma, Miss Vallejo, Miss Adela, Miss Elena, Juanita, Monica, Sonia, Rosa, Jovita, Lupita, Alma, Miss Dana, and I'll probably forget some people, but thank you to all the teachers and staff at Chavez. I'm very lucky, and thank you again to the district for recognizing all these wonderful people. I salute you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hooper. Margot, we're back to you.
Thank you, Janine. Our next honoree is Andrea Garcia Perez from Coronado Elementary. Just a minute to get you. Hi. I'm also partial to Coronado. So Ms. Andrea Garcia Perez is an amazing special education teacher. In January 2020, a new special ed pre-K class was started at Coronado Elementary School with Ms. Andrea Garcia Perez as the teacher. She created a classroom environment where David felt supported, modeling the behaviors of cooperation, sharing kindness, and empathy. She did this for all the children in her class, each of them with different abilities and levels of communication. Her patience with them was endless. About 2 months later, the shelter-in-place mandate went into effect due to COVID, and Miss Andy was able to quickly adapt. She recorded videos of herself reading books, singing songs, and having circle time sessions with stuffed animals. We could watch the videos and pretend Miss Andy was right there in our house with us. She provided content that was able to capture David's imagination. Even though she couldn't be with her students in person, she was still able to connect with each of them virtually and maintain those relationships. She stayed in constant contact with the parents and caregivers of her students, and with her guidance, we were able to keep David on his education path. On his birthday, she sent a special video she made just for him, where she and her stuffed animal friends wished David a happy birthday as they counted to 4 to celebrate his 4th birthday. It was the cutest thing ever. David absolutely loved the video and asked to watch it many times. David was placed in Miss Andy's virtual preschool class for the 2021 school year. He learned how to navigate the Chromebook and use Zoom and Seesaw. Despite all the uncertainty around the pandemic, Miss Andy was still able to help her students learn and grow, all the while reassuring them that things would be okay. She even made helpful PowerPoint presentations for the parents and caregivers on how to navigate through the world of special education and IEPs. David is now in general ed kindergarten. We've stayed in contact with Miss Andy. She even joined us for a picnic on David's 5th birthday. She remains a very dear friend to our family. The entire time, Miss Andy has been working towards her master's degree in special education. I admire her dedication to her students and their families, as well as her personal drive to advance her own education. She cares so deeply about each and every one of her students. She's truly a gem, and we were so fortunate that David's first classroom experience was with her. Miss Andy sparked his love of learning. Way to go, Miss Andy.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. I'm lost for words. I really do want to thank Ms. Victoria Fernandez, who nominated me. It really means so much. This is my 3rd year in the district, and it is a blessing to come every day and be with the kiddos, work with the parents, and have an amazing support. My aides are wonderful, and they truly make sure that we work as a team and we do the best for the kids, and we work very hard to make sure they're happy, they're having fun, and they're learning at their time. It really is a wonderful experience to be in the special education preschool department. And our kiddos is very cliche, but they're very special. So I do want to thank the district for having this event. It is truly an honor, and I feel like that word is an understatement. So I do want to thank you very much, and much love and appreciation to everybody. Thank you so much for the award and the recognition.
Thank you. Our next presenter is not Janine. Principal Bess, are you available?
I am. I'm excited to present our teacher winner from Fairmont, Miss Reva Kidd. Her nominees, right, Miss Reva Kidd. But when our special needs twins made it to her gen ed classroom in 5th grade, she demonstrated her craft in a seamless and effortless way by including and engaging Maggie and Rylan as if she had known them all along. Ms. Kidd is an outstanding educator, and her skill set extends into special needs because of her ability to reach all of her students and to bring out the best in each of them, regardless of abilities. Ms. Kidd has blended our twins into her classroom community and given them a sense of confidence and belonging. Ms. Kidd goes above and beyond, taking time after school to talk with us as parents about the kids, providing consistent, ongoing, regular updates and sharing not only their academic strengths and challenges, but also concerning herself with the social aspects of their school lives. She rallies for them and embraces all of their supports in and out of her classroom throughout the day. She also works hard to make sure the kids are getting what they need from her in class, as well as from their classmates. Congratulations, Ms. Kidd.
Thank you. I'm so glad that my dad and my brother are watching tonight. No, but thank you, Miss Best. That was beautiful. And I wrote something down, but of course I'll ignore that. First of all, the family that nominated me, I'm so incredibly grateful and humbled to be able to work with your beautiful children. And also that there's one thing to feel appreciated, but it's another to feel recognized. And so thank you to all of you for creating this forum to allow that to happen. And also big up to my students out there, Lexi and Zayden, and to Bindi, who's out there too. Hi. And just let's have fun and enjoy being honored. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, Ms. Kidd. All right. Our next presenter will be Janine.
Back. We're now going to introduce our next honoree, who is Patsy Carson. Patsy Carson is an exemplary instructional aide at El Cerrito High School. Her nominator writes, "My special needs child attended his first year of high school at El Cerrito via 100% online learning with Mr. Tristan Simbulan. It was this setting through Zoom where he first met his teacher as well as his favorite classroom aide, Miss Patsy Carson. As the teacher, Mr. TJ set up the Zoom meetings beginning with his entire class in a main room with breakout rooms provided throughout the school day to allow different aides to work with different students. I noticed my son's physical excitement and smiles whenever Miss Patsy would appear on screen as the aide for the breakout room. You see, my son has a diagnosis of autism and uses a mix of sign language and assistive technology to communicate. That being said, his body language and facial expressions communicate so much of what he may not directly express to us through signing or his talking device. Miss Patsy is truly dedicated support to our children with special needs because she is first and foremost loving to all of the class. At the start of each school day, she greets my son and classmates with good vibes, and her greeting I would liken to a hug. When she has gathered him and much of the class from the bus, my last experience as a mother each morning after this drop-off is witnessing the epitome of what it feels like for a special needs student to be welcomed, cared for, and happy at school. The dedication, experience, and ever nurturing spirit that Miss Patsy brings to the special needs community are the top reasons why I nominate her for the You Make a Difference Award. Ms. Carson.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. I have bad service where I'm at right now, so it's gonna be short. I just wanna thank the parent for nominating me, and it's truly a blessing to be working with the special ed kids. So thanks, Ronnie and Miss Patricia.
Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And in a way to mix things up, Shakira Reynolds is going to be our next presenter. Hi, Shakira.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shakira Reynolds, and I am the Vice Chair of CAC. And it is my pleasure tonight to be honoring Jessica Ong from Terra Hills Preschool. I am biased. Hi, Jessica. She was my little boy's speech therapist, and I'm off script, but she was amazing, and she's why my little one can talk now. So thank you. As a classroom SLP during distance learning, Jessica went above and beyond, communicating with families multiple times per week, organizing assessments when needed, building and developing materials both on her own and with the teaching staff. Jessica now shares her time between a class, her own caseload, and WATER, which is our assistive technology department in the district, but her drive and quality of work does not waver. Jessica still consistently participates in family outreach, constantly collaborates and develops materials for all, and genuinely meets each student where they're at. Jessica also has creative ideas and truly works with the classroom to support all activities. Terra Hills says they are blessed and lucky to have Jessica as part of their program. A parent added, Jessica is a wonderful speech therapist who works with my autistic son, Judah. Since Judah has been going there in August, his language skills have tremendously improved. She follows up with updates and statuses on Judah without my asking. She goes above and beyond and spends additional time with all of the children. She's great and deserves to be recognized for making a difference in the lives of her students. Thank you. Jessica?
Thank you so much. I'm very humbled to be recognized for this award, especially as a second-year speech therapist. Thank you, Ms. Sarah Parks, and for Arella for nominating me, and to the district for this opportunity to recognize these amazing people in our community. I appreciate your thoughtfulness, and I'm grateful to have this opportunity to thank you and the preschool team at Terra Hills and my colleagues at Cameron School for Early Intervention, as well as WATER, for all of your hard work, your patience, your dedication to our students, our families, and the staff. I'm so proud to serve the community that I grew up in and support my students with their communication goals so they can advocate for themselves and establish meaningful relationships with their teachers and their friends and families. no matter if it's through verbal speech, through gestures or signing or using pictures or speech generating devices. I'm so excited to continue collaborating and learning from my colleagues, as well as learning from my curious and enthusiastic preschoolers, as well as their loving families. This award will remind me of how far I've come and how much more I have to offer as I build my experience and my expertise. So thank you again for this recognition.
Thank you, Jessica. Now we're going to go back to Janine.
Thank you, Margot. It is my distinct honor to switch things up a little bit, to be able to present a community award this year. We often don't have an opportunity to recognize community members outside of the school district for their work with our students. But tonight, that's going to change, and we've got two of them. Belinda Bindi Grawl, and Ariane Pelly. A parent writes, my 10-year-old son has special needs and receives special education at Michelle Obama Elementary School in Richmond. While he receives lots of wonderful support at school, it's been very challenging to find enrichment programs outside of school hours for my son because of his significant special needs. Community integration is a beautiful idea that everyone loves to talk about, but in reality, it's difficult to find. The gymnastics program led by Coach Bindi and Coach Ariane at the El Cerrito Community Center is one of the very few such programs that we've found so far that truly deserves recognition for its community integration. When we first met coaches Bindi and Ariane, I told them about my son's needs. They welcomed him with open arms and have gone above and beyond, helping him to be an integrated part of their program, bringing out the best of himself to grow and thrive just like his peers. He is not the only special needs child who has benefited greatly from this amazing program. The fact that Coach Bindi and Coach Ariane have voluntarily contributed so much of this to the special needs community, even when they don't have professional experience in special education, makes this award even more special. This is what community integration is really all about, to provide an inclusive and supportive community for all community members by all community members. In preparation for summer camp, they reached out to discuss accommodations. Throughout the camp, they looked for every possible opportunity to include my son in every activity. It was so heartwarming to see other children cheering for him when he did something successfully, or slowing down so he could reach them during a game of tag. He was so happy and engaged the whole time that we barely needed any of the accommodations we planned for him. The gymnastics class is so far the only after-school program that my son can do all by himself, fully independently, without the additional support of behavioral therapists. It is not because he's good at gymnastics. It is because Coach Bindi and Coach Ariane have been doing everything they can to help and support him. For us, this is significant because it brings us hope, and the hope is that with acceptance, love, and the right support from community members, our child will be able to participate and thrive in the community without our help. Our wish is that more and more community members would be like Coach Bindi and Coach Ariane, and that full inclusion and community integration would truly become an everyday reality for all families with special needs children. Coach Bindi, Coach Ariane.
You want to go first, Bindi, or I'll go?
I can go. We're very honored to receive this award. So thank you very much. Thank you to Judy and Ewing for acknowledging our hard work and that we love each child. I believe that gymnastics is a great sport that every child can enjoy, no matter what their ability is. We treat them as individuals, and we treat them fairly and encourage them to meet their personal best. And Ariane and I have worked like 14, 15 years together, and we bring out each other's strengths, and we have the same philosophy. And I think we love all the children, and we encourage them to do their best all the time. And thank you for acknowledging that we do care, and we do love all of them, and we do work hard. And so thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. And thank you, first of all, to Judy and Ewan for nominating Bindi and I. We love both Judy and Ewan. They're a great family, and Ewan is an amazing young man. Like Bindi was saying, we love all of our kids. We treat them all the same because they all are learning and growing, and no matter what pace and no matter what ability. And it just fills my heart with joy to see them accomplish one little thing. I love working for the city of El Cerrito. I love the community. And I thank you all for honoring us. And the rest of you, congratulations as well. You deserve it.
Thank you so much. I am going to pass this back to Margot for our final award of the night.
Thank you, Janine. Our final honoree is not able to join us this evening, but I'm going to read her nomination. One award, last but certainly not least, we have the Brian Rutford Award in recognition of outstanding transportation service. Transportation is a big part of the lives of our special education students because it is not uncommon for students to be placed at schools that are not their local home school. The Brian Rutford Memorial Service Award has been created in memory of Brian Rutford, the former manager of First Student. The CAC presents this award to a First Student bus driver who has demonstrated excellence in service by performing their transportation duties with professionalism and compassion, by going above and beyond their duties, and by setting an example for others. Tonight, we would like to recognize Dulce Lopez. I'll read her nomination. We have been in the district for a while and have had many bus drivers for both of our kids. We've been fortunate to have a couple of superstars, and Dulce is certainly a superstar. She has gone above and beyond for my youngest, starting from the very first day of school when she called me from the front office because no one had come to get him off the bus and she was ready to walk him to his classroom if needed. You can feel her smile even through her mask. And when there was a mix-up with another driver, Dulce took the time to help us resolve the issue with dispatch and was genuinely concerned about the outcome. Dulce also works to help build my kids' independence and is patient beyond belief. We are so blessed in this crazy year to have such an amazing and supportive bus driver. So I hope that this is being recorded and we'll pass this along to her. So that wraps up our You Make a Difference Awards ceremony. Thank you everyone for coming to join us this evening. Our honorees and our attendees. If everyone just wants to unmute and give a big yay, if we could do that. And then that'll be it. Thank you, everyone.
Yay!
Yay! Well done.
Congratulations, everyone.
Everyone, thank you all for all that you do.
Thank you. Congratulations to everyone.
Special people, really special people. Thank you for making a better world.
Thank you for having me. You guys have a wonderful night. Congratulations to everyone.
Congratulations to everyone.
Congratulations.